Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome, true readers. It is Wednesday, November 15th, 2017. And yes, it is that special day. Happy New Comic Book Day to all of you! Today's purchases weren't many, but here is what I brought home for a New Comic Book Day. And first of all, let me remind you that if you would like me to review any of these new comics right here, if you would like me to review any of these specifically, let me know here on YouTube, because I check my messages every day. I really do. I check for messages. And I will respond if you send me a message. I will. And 2 days from now happens to be my 44th birthday, so if you'd like to send me a happy birthday greeting, I would appreciate that. Because, 43 is almost out the door. And I'm not going to get it back. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. And as I get older, I want to share my love of comic books with all of you that watch my videos. Oh, by the way, I recently did reviews for Dark Days, The Forge, #1, and Dark Days, The Casting, #1, Preludes, Parts 1 and 2, Prelude to Part 1 and 2, for Dark Knight's Metal, the event DC Comics currently has going on. I know I'm months behind, but to be fair, I didn't start making videos on this channel until August 28th. So I'm playing catch up as best that I can. And after I make this video, I'm going to try and do one for Dark Knight's Metal #1. Because, well, you're going to just have to watch the previous 2 reviews, and I will link them in the description down below, so you can check them out as well. And I will link them inside this video too. Alright, here's what I have for a New Comic Book Day, November 15th, 2017. And like I said, if you would like me to review any of these specifically, just drop me a message. Let me know. Alright. First off, from DC Comics, and this one I've already read. The one that my mother and I enjoy reading together. Super Sons, #10. Introducing the Fortress of Attitude. This was great. It was a fast read, and I tell you why. Because it was fun to read. It was a great comic. I highly suggest that you go out to your local comic shop and buy Super Sons #10 from DC Comics. If you don't laugh, then I personally think there's something wrong with you. Alright, next up, Trinity, Dark Destiny, the conclusion, I believe. I think this is the conclusion. Let me check. Yeah, this is the conclusion of Dark Destiny in Trinity, issue #15. And I know some people are saying that they don't like Trinity, but I kind of like it. Because Trinity, to me, is kind of like the reverse of Red Hood and the Outlaws. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. In Trinity, then in Red Hood and the Outlaws, you have Red Hood, Bizarro, and Artemis. And Bizarro is the screwed up clone version of Superman. Red Hood is the former ward of Bruce Wayne, also known as Batman. And Artemis is a rejected Amazonian. And what's interesting is both groups have been working together, along with some other characters, in the pages of Trinity in the past few months. Bombshells United number 6. Bombshells fight for a united America. I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, but I already have a feeling that this is going to be a cringe fest. You know, I've had some bad feelings about Bombshells United ever since the main Bombshells comic ended with issue 100. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, that Bombshells United number 6 won't be a cringe fest, but I have a feeling it will be. I mean, this is the United States of America. It was the United States of America in 1943, and that's the time period that Bombshells United is set in. Green Lanterns number 35. I love this comic. It is one of my favorites in DC right now. Super Sons being one of them, Green Lanterns being another, because Jessica Cruz and Simon Maz, they are just a great pair. Behold, Balfunga the Unrelenting. I probably didn't pronounce his name right, but it looks like a Red Lantern. So, if you want me to review that one, just leave me a message, let me know. Justice League number 33, Bats Out of Hell finale. This is a tie-in to the DC Comics current event entitled Dark Knight's Metal. And that's the dark Batman with I forget what it's called, the Merciless, the Murder Machine against Cyborg. I probably should have got a variant cover, because this one, you know, it's good, but it just doesn't grab me. But I've been enjoying the stories in Justice League, but and not just the tie-ins to Dark Knight's Metal. But I really have been enjoying this book. I know some people give it a bad rap, but I do enjoy it. It's Justice League of America, the current one. It's kind of slow for me. Alright, from Marvel Comics. The Mighty Thor 701. Now, I wondered if Odinson was going to be in this one or not, and he was in issue 700. But look here, up here where it shows the character's face, this tells who all is going to be in the story, and it only has Jane Foster, the female Thor. So let's hope that it's a good story, because Odinson is what brought me back to the Mighty Thor. Also from Marvel Comics, Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man number 297, Most Wanted, Part 1, and Spider-Man in handcuffs. And I have a feeling this is going to be good. In the past few issues of the Spectacular Spider-Man, they've had the Human Torch. I'm so glad that he's not going to be in this one, because that pairing with Spider-Man and the Human Torch just seems strange. X-Men Blue number 15, Mojo Worldwide Part 6. Is this the conclusion of the saga? Let's skip to the end. It says the end with a question mark at the end of it, so I don't know. Anyway, that'll be it. And that guy is Mojo right there. He's a fat slob, but that's Mojo, the one who's been causing all that havoc. And also from Marvel Comics, Weapon X number 11. Still continuing the Weapon H story arc. The combination of the Hulk's powers and Wolverine. And that guy is out of control. I've been enjoying this story. So it's been good, kind of slow, but it's been good. This will be the conclusion of the hunt for Weapon X. Dark Knight's Batman, the Batman Who Laughs. We don't have to take much time to figure out who this Batman is going to be. I'm hoping it's better than Batman Lost, because I was disappointed in that one. The cover's not too bad. This could be better, but it's not too bad. Let's see. Also, from Batman, Batman number 35, Rules of Engagement Part 3, and yes, this is Talia al Ghul going at it with Catwoman. Oh, they duel with the Demon's daughter, and she is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, who is also known as the Demon. This should be a good story. And this is a free comic that John at Purple Earth Comics gave to me for Justice League Day. I guess that's going to be known as November 17th from now on. And I don't... Justice League Part 1? I mean, what is this, a reprinting or something? Of a New 52 story? Because I don't recognize this as... Oh, I bet this is a New 52 story. The New 52, for any of you who don't know, is the line of comics that DC Comics put out from 2011 to 2015. It's the same comics that they put out today, well, more or less, but the characters were very different from what I've read, because I didn't read comic books at that time. And this is a Justice League story, and I've been reading the Justice League since Rebirth began. And this does not look like any Justice League story that I can remember. Although it might be one that was released in the past year. But it doesn't look like one that's been released since 2016. This looks like something that came out between 2011 and 2015. So I'm gonna have to find out what this really is a story about, and it has a... I think this might be an origin of Cyborg, and oh yeah, this is definitely New 52. See here, this is the New 52 Superman when he had the collar around his neck, and he looked like a little, like, you know. This is... I've seen pictures of this Superman, and I don't like this one at all. And of course, this story is it says, to be continued in Justice League Volume 1 Origins graphic novel. So, in other words, if the movie's a flop, maybe they can get people interested enough to go out and buy the graphic novel. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that, because I that just came over me. This is Aquaman number 30, Underworld. Thankfully, this will be the conclusion. Although it ends in, apparently it ends in everything working out for Aquaman. This is going to be my last Aquaman comic because I really just don't like the coloring. It's depressing to me. I preferred it when Aquaman was bright. When his stories were filled with hope. He's been struggling ever since issue 25. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna buy. I don't want to buy something that makes me kind of, not depressed, but not hopeful. I loved Aquaman comics because they were always bright. Arthur Curry, he had scaly orange mesh. That's an armor plating, and yes, he had the skin tight green armored pants. That was him, and he had the belt buckle that didn't look like that didn't look like an arrow pointing up. I don't like this net. I got issue 30 because I want to see how the story ends. And I know from looking at the Comic-Con website that the Aquaman comic book has been doing better since the tone of the comic book changed to something that's more dark and gritty. See? And something that's less hopeful. The colors more dark. What is it with people and gritty comics, dark comics, comics that aren't hopeful? I know the world is filled with crap. I read comic books to get myself distracted for a little bit, so I don't have to be reminded that there are people who are spreading lies in my world. This got me distracted for a little bit. This is bright. This is colorful. This is well written. This made me laugh. This doesn't do it. So that'll be the last Aquaman comic book I buy until they get a new artist. Alright, from Dynamite, Killer Instinct number 2. This is a limited issue series, and I really was impressed with the first issue. I liked the story, I really did. And this cover looks good. There's something going on here. Every bit of space is used. I like to mention that because it's important. When you leave patches of comic book, with nothing going on, with just a bland color, then it's not nice to look at. It's not fun to look at. There's something going on here. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on, and I want to read about it. From Titan Comics, Robotech Number 4. I vaguely remember this cartoon series from the 1980s. And the first issue was so. But then issues 2 and 3, they got better. So I'm hoping that they just continue on that streak. This is from Titan Comics. A company that I don't know much about. Oh my gosh. Oh, be still my beating heart. Almost dropped my comics into the floor. This is the limited series Kiss Meets Vampirella, number 5. And look at that. Doesn't she look beautiful? This is how Vampirella should look in her own book. But she doesn't. She is beautiful. And yes, I know she's a comic book character. So that's what I have for this week. Super Sons number 10, Trinity number 15, Bombshells United number 6, Green Lanterns number 35, Justice League number 33, that's from DC Comics, The Mighty Thor 701, Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man 297, X-Men Blue number 15, Weapon X number 11, that's from Marvel Comics, and again from DC Comics, Batman Who Laughs number 1, Batman number 35, Rules of Engagement Part 3, the Justice League Day free comic, Aquaman 30, the conclusion of Underworld, Killer Instinct number 2 from Dynamite Comics, Robotech number 4 from Titan Comics, and also from Dynamite Comics, Kiss Meets Vampirella number 5. So if you would like me to review any of these comics, just drop me a message here on YouTube to let me know, and I will review them as soon as possible. I thank you for taking the time to celebrate New Comic Book Day with me. If you have any comments, leave them here below the video, and I will check YouTube tomorrow to see if I have any, because I like to know what you guys think. Have you all read any of these comics yet? If you did, what were your impressions of these comics? Did you like them or did you not like them? Let me know in the comments section. Also, if you have not subscribed to Spirit Comics just yet, please do so, and smash that bell like She-Hulk. Also, like the video and share it with others so they can know about this channel as well. Thank you, true readers, for joining me again on this New Comic Book Day, November 15th, 2017. Till next time, true readers.